Welcome. What are we looking at today? We are on the Contracting Operations Management Level 6 and it's Unit 17. The title of this unit is Optimise and Control Contract Costs in Construction Operations Management, if that's what you're looking for. This is the introduction to that unit. So, unit summary, what's it all about? This unit is about developing systems to monitor and record progress and briefing decision makers about progress. It's also about managing and implementing contract cost control systems and implementing corrective action. If you're on the NVQ, you'll need to evidence how you develop systems to monitor and record progress and review resources to accommodate changing circumstances to optimise resources. Sounds a bit complicated, but hang on there. You'll also need to evidence how to confirm and investigate any deviation, to implement corrective action and recommend option that assist the contract progress. You'll also need to evidence how you brief decision makers about progress, resources and action that needs taking. You will also need to evidence how to identify improvements and recommend them to decision makers, and you will need to evidence how you manage and implement contract cost control systems, review and summarise cost data, identify variation and trends, and quantify opportunities for cost savings. Finally, you will then have to evidence how you investigate variations and agree and implement corrective action. Sounds like a lot, but when we break it down, it gets a lot simpler. Typical evidence requirements, if you're doing the NVQ, are meeting minutes, cost control systems, site inspection reports, monitoring documents, progress charts, progress meeting minutes, work programs and bar charts. There are 4 learning outcomes in this unit, and it does have a credit value of 13, which makes it a middle of the range type of unit. The learning outcomes are, and you will be able to recognise them following the summary. Number 1, be able to optimise contract progress. 2, understand how to optimise contract progress. 3, be able to control contract costs. And 4, understand how to control contract costs. So the learning outcomes break down into 2 categories. 1 and 3 are there. They show you what evidences you ought to provide or give an inclination or request. And 2 and 4, they are there. Those learning outcomes give you the opportunity to divulge or report or write candidate statements about what you know. Well, let's break this. Let's look at the overview. If you looked at the summary, let's look at the overview. Having gone through the unit, I've written this following brief overview. And it goes as follows. If you are working through this qualification in a sequential manner, then this being one of the last units, you will find that most of the content for this unit has been covered in previous units. So don't worry if you find yourself repeating yourself. This is normal. So what we are dealing with in this unit is programming resources to optimise and control costs, investigating cost deviations, and passing on information to decision makers with recommendations from yourself, because that's what all good site managers do. It's also all about anticipating extra and over costs, investigating the causes, and agreeing and implementing corrective action. It is a nice, simple, little, uncomplicated unit. Now, I've written some guidance for this unit. Let me have a look. And I can see I've not written an awful lot. which speaks to me about it being quite a simple unit. When it comes to writing the candidate statements and understanding the unit fully, I think you'll need to take stock of this guidance, and how you do that is by accessing the audio podcasts, and in those audio podcasts we'll go through all of the learning outcomes and all sections of the learning outcomes. I trust this has been a good introduction to the unit, and I look forward to working with you further. Thank you.